right, y'all. Welcome to Sports Mind, where all roads lead to sports, and we talk ball every season. And we are your hosts, Legendarius, Hashmaster Z, and Philthy. So, opening segment, what we want to open this thing up is Shohei Ohtani appreciation, Japan winning the World
This isn't happening
Series.
for real, is it?
Hold up. Before we go there, we need Hashmaster Z to tell the people why he wasn't on last weekend.
Well, you
Twice.
know, I thought I was Irish, man. Went out, had one too many, stayed up, and I couldn't get back up. So
channel the Conor McGregor out here in the
right.
Get your corned beef.
I got my corned beef hash, and then ran into somebody after me Irish Arbum and said, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Were they also Irish?
No one was.
American Irish.
They're all black Irish, you know. There's a long lineage of African American Irish people.
Feeling like Tom from Boondocks. I'm part Scottish. Yo. Tom, I know your black ass ain't Scottish.
Well, moving on from the inside baseball to talk actual baseball. Over here, the WBC Classic just wrapped up recently, folks. Shohei Ohtani absolutely running the gambit all day, every day. Japan runs away with it almost. USA in the finals. And the beautiful part about it is he's going against Mike Trout. End of the game, top of the ninth, 1-game lead from Japan. Ohtani versus Trout at the plate, and they are going at it. This is something we want to see, and we finally are seeing it. We're not going to see it in the actual MLB. They're on the same team for the time being. Other than that, you're going to see the All-Star game. That's boring. The WBC, it's where you want to be for all the premier baseball action. And seeing Trout versus Ohtani was awesome. Seeing Ohtani just dominate like a lot of us knew he would. It was awesome. I mean, and Trout, he's the home run guy. He easily could hit one off Ohtani, and we're having a different conversation today. But Ohtani came out on top. Awesome performance, killer. I'm not really a baseball guy, but Shohei Ohtani has made me want to pay attention to baseball more and more as he's been in the league.
Yeah, I agree. And then I heard different sportscasters talk about Ohtani. I've heard about him a long time ago too, but I like you said, I didn't really pay attention to baseball like that. I just knew he was that guy. And then of course Mike Trout. You know, I think like even the most casual baseball fan will know who he is. So for him to pull off what he did, hey, look, we ain't number one no more. Baseball is it's been America's pastime, and we haven't really been paying attention to it like that since. But you know,
ironically, the sport that is kind of losing interest in America is only gaining more interest outside of the States. Go figure.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna keep.
I just wanted to run that through. I to give it some love.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't no way, ain't nothing nobody could do say get me interested in baseball. So I'm sorry. Shout out to Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, I know the big names, but I ain't watching.
Yeah.
God, I wasn't trying to convert you.
You know what I am watching? You know what I am watching?
What you watching?
Kobe Bryant from the Lakers. Now that's paper. Rest in peace.
Hey-o.
But the Lakers, baby. That's what the fuck I'm watching. We 500. 37-37. We back. We in the 8th seed.
We finally did it.
I'm sorry, yo. We back, baby.
Hello. There you go.
Hello. In the 8th seed, 37-37. The first time all season since we started out 0-0. We back, baby. Still no LeBron.
Back.
We didn't have T-Lo yesterday. It don't matter. You want to know why?
Why?
Tell
me why.
We got Hillbilly Kobe cooking cats. Austin Reeves cooking cats.
Cats. Breaking angles.
Break it down. Austin Reeves been cooking cats.
Absolutely phenomenal player. Like just his presence on the court. I talked about this the other day when he cleaned up last week. I mean, he's just a great player to watch. I just love his spatial awareness on the floor. Makes the right move a lot of the times. Just great. I love how he's kind of doing that thing where like the move where like we're gonna BS the bullshit flop for a foul. Like I love that shit. And then he makes the fucking give too. Even better. He's taking the rules that these guys play and abuse and just making it his own. This shit is fun to watch. I'm loving it.
Yep, Austin Reeves. I know we all love the bald eagle, Alex Caruso, for his scrappiness, toughness on defense and slashing, getting to the rim. But Austin Reeves is Alex Caruso times 2, has more of an offensive game. Like I don't know, just watching this kid grow from the beginning of the season till now, you're like, yo, this guy's good. So Lakers are going to be dangerous, as long as they keep this winning streak up, stay above 500. Once the Kang gets back, Darvin Ham, you got to put Austin Reeves in more when LeBron comes back. You do not let this man ride the bench.
No, he's got to start now. He's starting. I think Darvin Ham figured it out. He moved Malik Beasley to the bench. My man's been very cold lately from 3. Maybe he'll get it back together. Maybe him and Scottie Pippen Jr. has got to throw blows one time and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? But we got the 4 seed up for grabs. Paul George gone down. The Suns sliding. The Warriors, whatever. We two games from the 4 seed.
That's
insane. Right there on the cusp. I know I was beating my drum about the 5 seed, flowing to the 5. Shoot, I don't mind shooting to the 4th either, man. I just know we got to get in there. Like I said, get it away from the playoff and get to the end. Get in there. Just get in there, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, and Paul George, he's going to be out the rest of the season. Well, regular season. They are expecting to the playoffs, sprained MCL. Lucky, it looked like it was worse. So Clippers.
Yeah, this man has the worst luck. Like that other serious injury, I think it was when the Olympic tryouts, he had that one shitty leg injury. Like this guy just
2016 and 2017.
Luck. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. It's just like, wow, dude, this guy cannot catch a break. I'm trying the sports side of me. I don't feel that bad because he's a Clipper, but geez, man, like if he was on another team, I would feel more bad.
Hey, you want to know the first thing that I thought when I saw him go down?
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't really laugh, but I can't stand Clippers or Clippers fans because they are non-existent. They're just like losers. How are you a Clippers fan?
They're Laker fans.
Hello. How are you a Clipper fan in LA? It doesn't even make sense. So
it doesn't.
I mean, the Clippers should be fine though, because they got Kawhi and they got Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah. No, hey.
Carry
that's why they traded for him.
Carry the team. Psych. They ain't gonna carry the team. I know, right? I see the Clips starting to slide. The Suns are already sliding.
Suns are done. Suns are cooked.
It's unfortunate that trade for TJ Warren didn't make a bigger impact.
Yeah.
The MVP of the bubble.
Bubble goat. And let me just say this about the Suns. Why I don't respect the Suns. These niggas will not talk until they get the lead. Like, they got their chest out. They talking dirty every time. But when they losing, complaining after, I don't understand. Like after the Lakers game,
46-20.
46-20 on free throws is getting ridiculous. It's like, not really. You're fouling. Like, do you not see, like, it's pretty obvious. Like, hey, you're in a bonus, so now we're gonna abuse you. And you keep...
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious for Monty to take that angle and just leave the presser so angry like that. Like, bro, what are you talking about? They literally took advantage of like your handsy players. Like, tell Paul to back off.
And then not only that, talking about the Suns, it's like, all right, y'all don't even drive to the basket. Y'all chucked up 30-something threes. What do you want people to do? Slap your arm? No. Drive. Be physical.
And like DeAndre Ayton's out, KD's out. It's like, I'm sorry, we're not fouling Bismack Biyombo. Like, try to score, buddy. Like, who else they got? Jock Landale. Try to score, buddy. We're not scared.
Yeah.
But you can't guard AD, and you can't guard Hillbilly Kobe, boy. AR-15 in this thing. Hey, so the Suns and another team in shambles. I gotta say, the Mavs.
God damn, man.
Yes, in the playoffs right now. They're not. Well,
first of all, I think it was a pretty I mean, you gotta love the gamble, I guess, for Mark Cuban trying to get his team better. Gotta at least make a move. But bruh, maybe consider defense in the future, man, because you have a bunch of shooters, but no one knows how to get down and stop the ball. I guess. What's going on here?
All right, I know what's going on. They didn't pay Jalen Brunson. That's what happened.
Yeah, that
was one of their defensive guys, Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't know if he's even still on the team.
No, Finney-Smith.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They traded their defensive pieces. So it's like, okay, so what, you're going to shoot the lights out with people? Luka don't play defense. Kyrie kind of plays defense, but not really. Like, they don't play defense. It's like, oh, we're going to outshoot everybody. Nah, not going to work. Not going to fly, especially in the playoff push.
Sorry, I got to roast Mark Cuban on this one. Off-season moves. This is what he does. He goes and gets Christian Wood. He was on Houston. Everybody's good on a bad team. You put him on a good team, not so good. And he doesn't play defense. You signed JaVale McGee. He doesn't play. So you got tall guys that don't play, and they don't play defense. And then you traded away your defensive wings for Kyrie, who doesn't play defense. So now you guys just getting like shooting competitions, but Kyrie and Luka both need the ball in their hands. They're not just off-ball players. So the fit just isn't there. Kind of like Westbrook and LeBron, but Kyrie and Luka can both shoot and create their own shots, so not as bad. But yeah, Mavs are in shambles. I don't honestly, I want them to make the play-in because that would be like some great basketball, like Luka and Kyrie, like for one game. I think they can win and get the 8th seed, and first round against the Nuggets, whatever. But they're not going to make any significant noise in this playoffs.
Hell no, they're not. And then also for the listeners, they are 7-11 since the trade. 7-11. So
yeah,
and I guess they're not open all the time.
Another team who is going to be a factor.
Who?
They got their guy back, Big Jaw. He's returned. The Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? Jaw's back. He put the blicky down. He's really leaning into this mental health,
campaign.
He's really, mental health.
Brand.
That's what happened. It was just his mental health. So he's got everyone on his side. He's coming off the bench. He's doing all the right things, saying all the right things. But I will say this: if Ja was given, the league fits, and he was getting fucked up consistently partying, look out. Look out for sober Ja. Sober Ja might really be a problem. It might really turn up in these playoffs. And I gotta say, they've played the Rockets twice, so everybody looks good against the Rockets. Gotta see them against some better competition. But hey, man, Grizzlies, they still got
I'm still off the Ja train a little bit. Just the whole campaign is just nasty, even down to his rebrand. But I mean, it's what I was saying prior to. Like, I still feel like the Grizzlies don't necessarily need Ja right now. He still could have been away from the team because they've been killing it without him. Even with him coming off the bench, it's not like he's dropping 25 plus points. He's pushing around 20 or less.
Well, remember last year they were.
He doesn't really want to be away from the team. He just had to do what he had.
They forced him to. Yeah. He just did what he needed to do. And then now he's back playing nice. You know how this stuff goes.
Yeah. And
I know how it goes, but I have to support it either.
That's true.
That's true. Because look how people beat their chest and come out when people have social or mental issues, and then a week or two passes. Oh, I'm good, guys. I'm good. Why did I even go to bat for you, dude?
Well, did you go to bat for him? Because I didn't.
Yeah,
no, I'm not speaking me. I just mean other people, just in mass media in general. People just speaking on behalf of things. Like, people have put themselves out on behalf of Ja, thinking something serious is going on, and it was just a nothing. It was a nothing story.
You want to know what's going on? That man was like, "I'm losing. I need that back."
Yeah, exactly.
Give me my money back. Hello.
$30 million loss. Please. If he does not make all NBA.
Yeah. So he's gonna be back. And I was never off Ja. I just wasn't buying what he was selling. But I'm a Ja fan. He's the culture. Like, he's a new face of the NBA. So I ain't gonna stop being a Ja fan, but gotta call a spade when you see it, baby.
Yes, sir.
But they back. I think they're gonna make some noise. Dylan Brooks is making shots. Dylan Brooks talking dirty to everybody. I love
Bruh,
that. I
I
love that.
love that.
I
I
love
love that.
especially these punk ass Warriors again. Because now we already know. You already know when a team's about to lose. That's when they start throwing the numbers. I got 4 rings. 4 rings.
Gotta love that.
Klay Thompson, Draymond talking that 4 rings is like, yeah, you ain't getting the 5th one because they on your ass. My wish list, man. I really hope we get Warriors Grizzlies first round.
Ooh, yes,
yeah, that'll be fun.
Because remember, Ja was out near the end of that series, and I think if he was playing the whole time, they win.
I don't think they would have won, but
I think so.
Nah, they lost
I think
the
so.
first game at home.
Well, it's going to be a different game altogether if they do play in the postseason because I mean you got this re-energized Grizzlies team. All of a sudden we're men on a mission. You got Dylan Brooks trying to be Draymond Green 2.5. So I mean we have definitely a chippy series on paper if it goes that way.
Yeah. And no Wiggins. I don't think he's coming back. So
yeah, he's not.
Bye. And with no Wiggins, the Warriors got no chance. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck the Warriors.
You know what's crazy about that? The fact that Andrew Wiggins became low. I mean, he was like a non-factor for years. You know, not his own fault. But then when he goes to the Warriors, develops his game, knows his role, and becomes that defensive guy, the wing defender. And then now it's like literally without him, we can't see the Warriors winning it all. That's insane. As in like the growth that this man's gone through. Just want to give him his flowers.
No, I'm not gonna say that that's growth. What that is he was in Minnesota. He was the guy. He goes to Warriors. He's the third option. So it's like So you get wide open shots in Minnesota. You got to create your shot. Now in Golden State, you get wide open shots because everyone's focused on Curry and Klay Thompson. You just got to make your open shots and play defense. Minnesota, he was like, you're the guy. You got to create the offense. Like he was, he had more responsibility. So you get to Golden State, you have less responsibility, you look better. It's kind of like Draymond Green. You put Draymond Green, you take Steph Curry and Klay Thompson away from Draymond Green, not as good.
And the Warriors have become the worst team in the NBA. We've seen it.
Yeah. And, some of that it's just circumstance. I'm not gonna sit here and be like Andrew Wiggins really turned it around. It's just like, no, he's got in a good situation. He was the number 1 pick. Like, come on.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
They existed. But overall, it still looks about the same to me. Like we mentioned last pod, it's the East ring to lose. They're looking top 3 teams way too strong compared to the other side of the West. But we'll see. You guys still got to play basketball. We'll see how it goes.
Yes, sir. But just one more time before we pivot to the NFL, I just got to say, man, stop playing with the Lakers, fool. We back, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
All right, I think now we can pivot to NFL, and let's get our little theme song going real quick, yeah. All right, NFL.
All right.
For these listeners, this is what we're gonna start off with, because I have my text. We had our little text thread, and these 2 clowns going crazy because we got Brandon Cooks. They out here talking about Brandon Cooks is better than Amari Cooper. Oh, we back now.
Hashmaster, were you going crazy?
Okay.
No. Going crazy.
He has a number 2. Like Amari Cooper's not that dude. Defend yourself.
I made an observation.
Wait. Philthy, do you want to go first or should I?
Please take the floor.
All right. Number 1, nobody in that chat said Cooks was better than Cooper. He's just a real number 2. That's it. Because Cooper was not. Cooper was the guy. Let's just say that now. CeeDee Lamb eventually became the guy, but Amari Cooper was Dak's security blanket. Now, what Brandon Cooks is going to bring is what Coop could not, which is 4.3 down the field speed. That's something to get excited about. And Brandon Cooks, over every stop he's ever gone, has topped over 1,000 yards multiple times, except the Texans, because it's the Texans. So yeah, no, we deserve to have this.
Stop.
All right.
Wait. You're talking about Cook's speed. Like CeeDee Lamb doesn't have that same speed.
He doesn't.
So you need two burners? Oh, what's CeeDee Lamb's 40?
It's actually a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. He's shifty.
Who do you think is faster, CeeDee Lamb or Brandon Cooks at age 31, 32? I don't know how old he is.
He's 29. But anyway, Brandon Cooks.
Wow. You're 29 and you're a dinosaur. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Brandon Cooks, 29, and he's been traded from the Saints, offensive Sean Payton. Been traded from the Rams, offensive genius Sean McVay. Been traded from the GOAT coach, Bill Belichick. So Mike McCarthy's going to figure it out?
Hell yeah.
Okay, but the coaching has nothing to do. Wait. The coaching has nothing to do with the player, okay? You can have whatever player on the team if you don't know how to utilize him. You don't know how to utilize him. Brandon Cooks was never a bad receiver. He was super effective on the Saints his entire tenure. When they dumped him to the Rams, it was for draft capital and whoever else, but they were making a move beneficial for the team. And him being on the Rams, who knows what was up McVay's ass that year? I don't know. Crooks has never been a problem receiver. Him on the Patriots was a misfire anyways, because I never felt like his style was really fitting the Patriots. But at the time, what were the Patriots doing? Let's get a fast burner. Let's throw it up so Brady can get it. They were always doing that for a number of years. So Cooks was caught up right there in that marketing plan. I think it's a great addition. At the end of the day, the wide receiver core last year for Dallas had absolutely zero teeth outside of CeeDee Lamb. We saw that time and time again.
Correct.
With CeeDee Lamb, the wide with being the one right now, and Cooks the number two, that even right now, it completely opens up your playbook immediately. So this is a huge addition. Am I saying they're going to run the gauntlet 16, 17, and 0 and make the postseason? Absolutely not. But do I think they have a lot more offensive flexibility than before? Big time.
So
Thank you. That's it.
Wait. Before we start this Cowboys jerking each other off. Wait. So, CeeDee Lamb.
My hands are not in my pants. CeeDee
Lamb and Brandon Cooks. They're in Jerry Jones pants. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, that duo. You're going to take that duo over CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, which you had, and Dalton Schultz, which you had, and Michael Gallup, which you had.
Okay, so you're talking about 2 seasons ago. Let's talk about the
that's what I'm saying, because you guys are talking like, oh, it's going to be so much better now that we got Cooks. 2 seasons ago, you had Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, and what did you do? So why now, all of a sudden, because you got Cooks instead of Cooper, is Dak going to be better? Because that's the real problem. I don't care what you put around Dak.
I would love to
how is he going to stop throwing interceptions? How is he going to stop choking in the playoffs?
I would love to respond. All these questions are things that literally we cannot address. At the end of the day, Jerry's decision to dump Cooper was Jerry's decision to dump Cooper. That was his. That's nothing to do with the fans. Last season, we had no Cooper. We had Lamb only. So going into next season, from last season, adding Cooks, it's a way better addition for the offense versus having just Lamb. The Cooper story is dead and gone. He's gone. He's shipped for a 5th to the Browns, okay? We've been talking about that now.
And we all acknowledge that it was a bad trade.
That entire situation.
That's correct.
He screwed that situation up. Moving forward, because there's no time machine, you do right by your offense and your quarterback. Hey, let's get you another weapon. Cool, Brandon Cooks, in addition to CeeDee Lamb. I can work with this. You go to the draft, build around that. You start free agency, you build around that. I see you picked up Ronald Jones. That helps, alleviate some pressure off Tony Pollard. So you
keep cooking,
creating flexibility already compared to last season. And that's all you can do. 1 season at a time.
I can't believe
keep that kitchen filthy, Phil.
I cannot believe you just name dropped Ronald Jones. Who saw me his numbers last year?
He scored touchdowns, I think.
Are you sure?
He said, I think.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me look up Ronald Jones' numbers. While I'm looking that up, how is that? Ronald Jones had 1 touchdown, 17 carries, 70 yards. Get the fuck out of here.
You got a touchdown.
Stop.
Oh, my God.
Stop.
No.
What team was he on? What team was he on last year?
You got a touchdown.
You didn't even know what team he was on. He was on the Chiefs. That man was inactive in the Super Bowl. I didn't even know he was on. Stop. Now, Dalton Schultz is gone. That's not
that okay. That's significant. I will say
that's
that
nothing I literally haven't even talked about that. We're talking about wide receivers. We're not talking about tight ends. So
we're
now we're talking about tight ends.
pass catchers.
Bro.
But yeah, I would include tight ends. If you're a pass catcher, you're part of the receiving card. But all right,
Don
Legendarius.
Schultz wanted a bigger payout. That's what happened. Don Schultz wanted a bigger payout. He bet on himself and he didn't get it. So that's why he's a Texan. It's that simple. What are we talking about here? Every season we play the same game with the same 5 teams. I know what it is with the Cowboys. I'm not going to move. I've never woken up and said Super Bowl or bust. I've never said any of that shit. I'm very realistic of what the moves. I'm very realistic of what the team does every single season. As of right now, due to the moves that they've done, and I have reason to be excited for the Cowboys versus last season. So yeah,
Brandon Schultz is the top 5 tight end.
Welcome to the team. Ronald Jones, welcome to the team. Welcome back to the team. Are we going to the Super Bowl? Are we going to win games?
Wait, what?
Are we going to acknowledge that Dalton Schultz is a top 5 tight end? No, we're not.
I think he's like top. He's like in the 6 range, but I wouldn't call him top 5.
Oh my god! So he's a top 6 tight end. You're gonna get someone better than him in the draft.
The deepest tight end class in years, so it really doesn't matter. They can draft.
You guys are drafting like in the.
We're not gonna get one of the top people we want. I'll say this: Dalton Schultz, for what he is, he's like number one. He's a first down machine. He's a third down reliable catcher. Like, I get that. That is the stacks guy. I get that. Is he okay? Who would you rank in front of Dalton Schultz? I just want to hear this. Just, maybe I'm wrong. I want to hear. Okay.
Kelsey, Waller, Kittle. That's the top 3. Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Then Dalton Schultz.
So no Dallas Goedert.
Oh, I forgot about Goddard.
Yeah, exactly.
They're about the same, to be honest.
No Hawkinson, no Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz is washed. So no.
Yeah, Zach Ertz is definitely not up there. Hawkinson, I would take.
Doesn't get any targets. I'm sorry.
He had a killer season last year once he got traded. What are you talking about?
Once he got traded, Kirk Cousins stopped throwing to Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
So
sure.
Filthy.
Go ahead.
Filthy. I will say this. TJ Hawkinson, there'll be times where he got hot, but there'll be a lot of the times where Kirk didn't throw his way. The reason why I know that, because he was on my fantasy team, and it cost me a game because Kirk Cousins didn't throw him the goddamn ball. That's what happened.
Evan Ingram or Dalton Schultz?
Evan Ingram or Dalton Schultz? I'll take Dalton Schultz all day.
Yeah, I'll take Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz, like I said, he's in the top 10. He's number 6.
Like everyone goes crazy because like Evan Ingram had like one good year on the Jags. Evan Ingram,
yeah, exactly.
In the league for like 6-7 years. Like he's had one good year on the Jags.
Right, exactly. So I'm not
George Kittle or Dalton Schultz.
Oh, we just said that.
My audio
literally. We literally went down the list of tight ends that we would.
It's like I said that 5 minutes ago. You just now hear?
Shut up, Sleepy Joe.
Anyways, we gonna see.
We'll see.
I just have to. I just want to go.
Hey, how about this? You worry about your quarterback coming back to.
We good, baby. He franchise tagged. Is everybody? Have I been worried? Have I said anything?
No, you have not.
I
ain't tripping. He gonna be on the Ravens, and they gonna work it out. That's what's gonna happen.
Tell us what Nelson Aguilar is gonna do for the offense. Please tell us.
What'd you say?
Tell us what Nelson Aguilar is gonna do for the offense.
Drop passes.
He's gonna fill in that Hollywood Brown role, and when he's wide open, he'll drop a pass. So yeah. We got our Hollywood Brown back. Come on.
I didn't drop the ball, unlike Nelson Aguilar.
Yo, yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about some of these free agent updates though, because I know there's been a few that's been going on that I definitely wanted to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Where do you want to start at? There has been some questionable moves, at least in my opinion. But what do you see in that is catching your eye, Hashmaster?
I feel the Jets are just collecting names.
Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because what the hell is Mecole Hardman?
Like, yeah, exactly that. And it's like, okay, I get it. We want Aaron Rodgers to be happy if you get him. like nothing's even been signed yet. Nothing's even been like, moving, but more than likely he's going to be on the Jets. So you get Alan Lazard, good move. You have Garrett Wilson. You traded Elijah Moore, which is probably for the best because he did not. You can tell he was already done with Zach Wilson, and he was done with that offensive coordinator by calling him a fucking idiot. But when it comes to like their offense identity, it's like, okay, defense, and then have a balanced offense, and then it's just like you're collecting receivers out of nowhere where you're like, okay, where does Mecole Hardman fit when in the room of? So that more than likely Corey Davis is going to get cut. It has to be at this point. So you have Garrett Wilson. Number 2 would probably be Alan Lazard, Mecole Hardman. And I know there was somebody else that they signed too, where it's like, do we really want this person? There was some young people on the Jets that were balling last year. So it's like, okay, so we trying to become like the Packers East, or we want to have our own identity. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, they're trying to be the Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers and it's Nathaniel Hackett.
I mean, I get it, but it's just like,
hey, let's change the entire offense. I want to try something new. I know I'm like pushing 40. Let's try something new. It's like, no, it's like, let's do things that I'm familiar with. And get my guy Randall Cobb in here too.
Because the more you examine like the minutia of like the Jets inner workings of trying to pull this Rodgers move off, the more it's like, I think you're handicapping yourself at this point. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what the competition is going to be. But
yes, that's
you're
all
going
I'm
to end
saying.
up having to bite no matter what it is, because the Packers are not going to get off it. They're going to keep beating this, oh my God, Hall of Fame Rodgers narrative until they get what they want. So I think the Jets are in a dangerous game. I hope they don't have to give up any defense, but they're seriously probably going to hemorrhage themselves just to pull this off.
First of all, we all got to shout out Philthy. I think he got a perfect score on his SAT. That man just threw minutia in there. I don't know what that means. Can you please define it?
He's laughing, but I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, hey, bro, you said some shit. I thought you were speaking Russian for a second.
Essentially, essentially what I'm saying is when you look at basically every little thing the Jets are doing off a Rodgers trade, it just looks problematic. Because yes, on one hand, it could go your way for the Jets, and you get Rodgers, and you guys go to the moon and the postseason.
They're not going to no
Super Bowl. You guys make this trade happen, and then you just hemorrhage your team. So that's what I mean when you look at every little piece that the Jets are doing just to bring in Rodgers. You're in a position where you're really seriously hurting your franchise.
Yeah, because you're gonna have them on rent for 2 years. At max.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have a lot of cap room, so it's not like they're really strapped for cash or anything like that. It's more the picks that the Packers are going to ask for, and in a way, the Packers are kind of like stuck too, because it's like, all right, do you want Rodgers? Like, do you want Rodgers there or not? Because you are gonna have to eat this money.
Yeah.
You don't and that's gonna hamper your free agency. The only thing that's happened is they just lost Alan Lazard. Like, did they replace him?
No.
So they're just rolling with Watson and Dubs and Jordan Love, but you still got Aaron Rodgers. So like, are you gonna pay Aaron Rodgers $50 million to be a backup? Like, you guys are kind of in this together to get this deal done.
Yeah, exactly. But from what we know, Packers are done with Aaron Rodgers as of now, as far as like reports go. But speaking of AFC East, Bills picking up actually a very underrated pick, Damian Harris.
The Bills are interesting. The Bills are interesting. They keep rotating their running backs the last season and a half. And they need to find. I wish they could find something that they like and kind of stick with it. But yeah,
think of it this way: Damian Harris is pretty much Jonathan Stewart was in Carolina, where it's like, okay, bowling ball type of guy, somebody who could churn out the hard yards, bust a few big ones, and that's their running game was inconsistent because Devin Singletary, even though he was small and shifty, he didn't have breakaway speed like Damian Harris. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
the man ran a 4.7 or 4.6. Damian Harris running a 4.5, 4.4. Like that's a major upgrade. And then you can have James Cook being the third down change of pace back, where it's like, okay, we could probably get a little more balance there. I mean, at least that's how I'm seeing the vision of bringing in Damian Harris, and then plus he's a big body to where Josh Allen doesn't have to take too many hits. I think it's
they got
move.
Nieheim. They still have Hines, right?
I mean,
they still have him.
Yeah, they have him, but he's not a big body. He's a third down back too, and that's somebody that they can. I mean, he's a punt returner, kick returner, specialist. So he'll be in the offense.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Even to what you're saying, Legendarius. Well,
James Cook, you're not going to keep 4 running backs.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused about this whole thing about how the Bills are moving, because it's like, dude, okay, you have Cooks, great. You have Hines, you already made buzz last season for that, and now you're still addressing your running back room. It just throws me off. I feel like there are other positions of need to address.
I think it's really like Devin Singletary. You had 4 years. You're not the guy. We need a real lead running back in here.
Yeah, that's all. That's all filthy. Because think about it. If if the one thing that we said, the one glaring Achilles heel on the Bills' offense is their consistency in the run game. You can't rely on Josh Allen forever. So what Damian Harris does, he's consistent, and he will be able to get out the hard yards. Like, he will be able to do that for you. So then you don't have to trade for an aging running back like Nyheim Hines, or have like one of the shortest running back rooms in the league and not make noise. So that's all that is.
Okay, interesting. Well, outside of the Bills and their running back rotation, I mean, Patriots keep Jalen Mills. I'm a Jalen Mills fan, so I don't know what to say. I'm a sympathizer. I like that guy, but damn, go Belichick, go Belichick. But for the listeners listening, I mean, after the first week of free agency, that's pretty much like your most popular people. That's where most of your money is your most eyebrow raising news is gonna be your first week of free agency. After that, it kind of just falls off, and you'll see an occasional hot name as we get closer to the draft in terms of being moved. But for the most part, the week 1 of free agency is really where the most action is. Round 2, we have a little bit going on, a little bit of personnel here and there. You have the Steelers signing some guards to, protect the QB. You got the Texans trying to, actually make a defense on the floor, but they also got Singletary. So who knows what they got going on, even though you have Pierce. Colts add Isaiah McKenzie. So you're going to have teams adding additional skill positions now in here, trying to bolster what they need the most.
B tier players, where it's like, they're good, not great, but put them in the right system, they're going to produce. They're productive.
Yeah. And the Texans are turning into a polarizing team just because I'm personally invested because I think that quarterback could make or break whatever type of progress they're going to do this season. Because, it's looking nice on paper. Granted, it's no one you're really scared of in terms of a lineup, but it looks nice.
Well, the Texans' job is to really just build at this point. So if they win one more game than last year, that's a success. They probably won't, meaning like I think they'll double it, get to 6. I like D'Amico Ryans. I want to see him succeed. So, but yeah.
You guys think our Broncos receivers on the move since they added Marquez Callaway, or is he just a depth in the room?
No, he's a camp buddy.
Right? Come on. You know Sean Payton's playbook. That's about it.
Yeah.
Callaway, run, streak. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Zeke? Where's he going to end up at?
Honestly, I've been wrestling with that because I'm like, does anyone even want him? Would I even want him? No. I mean, he can't even make anybody miss anymore. But let's just say, just to humor, if I'm Zeke, I'm looking around the league. I know he gave off his 3 teams: Philly, Jets, Chiefs. We know he could pass block still. Underrated hands out of the backfield, but it's just something about his run after cat. Well, basically, he just can't make anybody miss anymore. He has no burst. So I would probably go to Philly just to stick it to the Cowboys. Kind of do like what DeMarco Murray but at least he'd fit that actual scheme because it's a power run scheme. And they're going to need somebody other than Jalen Hurts to get short yardage. So I could see him doing that. Jets, I don't know, because we already saw them like make what was his name? Darius's favorite running back from Jacksonville. James Robinson.
James Robinson.
Yeah, there we go. yeah. So they clearly didn't have like a good committee there. I mean, they have Michael Carter and Brees Hall, but it's just like, where does Zeke fit into that room?
Come on, bro. You got Brees Hall. You're straight.
Yeah, so he ain't going.
In terms of the Zeke question, I ultimately I don't know where he's gonna go. Right? I mean, I think it's kind of annoying. The common cowboy move if you're a running back. Oh, I'm just gonna go to the division, like as you mentioned, Hashmaster with DeMarco Murray, and it's just I don't know. RG3 made an interesting note on NFL Live. Shout out NFL Live. He made an interesting note the other day, and they talked about the Zeke thing too. And he said, he thinks Zeke ends up being more of a loyalist comparatively, and he doesn't go to a division. He just kind of goes out of the division just to kind of, why not? I'm not gonna, basically the anti DeMarco Murray. He doesn't see him doing that. I think that's cute, but there's a part of me agreeing with you, Hashmaster. Maybe he will go to a division just because, hey, at least the Eagles are going to get into the dance versus, anyone else in the division. They're not really quite there.
Right.
The Jets, it seems like a misfire if they do that.
I don't think they
for Rodgers, but they have enough. The running back room is full in there, in my opinion. They don't need him. So I think if I have to pick a team, I think he goes to the Bengals just because they're already kind of playing with the Joe Mixon, moving him around anyways. So, I mean, you can go there. You can get a Zeke. He'll be another big body to keep up Burrow, and you can use him in the red zone. We saw him. He was effective in the red zone. You can get him in there 10 yards or less, and he'll like ping pong in. He has usage. So I think I just see him going to the Bengals if he does go to an actual team.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was the goal line back for Jacksonville. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, Jacksonville, they just picked up Dearness Johnson, though.
Okay. Yeah, until like the running backs are like dirt cheap, so you don't have to bring him in. You don't have to bring Zeke in at like a high deal because he's gonna probably get the veteran minimum at this point.
Okay, better question. You just hit the nail on it. If Zeke had about 4 years and 50 M's left on the Dallas contract, what is the number that he's actually going to settle for? I don't think he's going to take a vet minimum.
I mean, no, he's not going to take he shouldn't. But I'm just saying, the running backs are so devalued in free agency now because we heard Austin Eckler going on the podcast talking about that, where it's like, yo, Chargers, I scored 30 some odd touchdowns in 2 years, and you're telling me you don't want to pay me? I scored 18 for you last year, and even the Rich Eisen show brought it up and referenced it, like out of the double digit leaders in touchdowns in the NFL, in the top 10, only 3 or 4 were non-running backs. So when you get more into the top 15, the number gets a lot smaller as far as non-running backs running for double-digit touchdowns. So it's like, you're having like, okay, what's more valuable, big plays or getting actual touchdowns? So, so it's like what Zeke is going up against is what the league market thinks of your position. So if you're, so you're looking around, we saw Leonard Fournette get cut, all these, big names and productive players relatively not getting picked up right now. What it just tells me that the market for Zeke getting paid close to what he was getting in Dallas, that's not going to happen ever again. So he may have to take something that, hey, $2 million or at most $3 million, which is quote unquote to some people, that's too much for a running back. But that's the reality. That's the sad reality that they're.
All right, so he'll probably go to a team where like it's tax free on his paycheck. So like Florida, Bucks,
Jacksonville,
something like that. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Well, outside of that, I mean, well, I guess we'll keep our eye out on Zeke. Well, even going to you when you said Philly, Hashmaster, they've
Mm-hmm.
been tied now in the recent mock draft to freaking Bijan Robinson. So I mean, if I'm Philly and I'm hearing Zeke rumors and Bijan rumors, I guess I'll just draft Bijan, right? I mean, why not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, go with the younger legs. Go with somebody who could still have bursts, make somebody miss. Because like I mentioned before, it's not that Zeke plays running back. It's like what we've seen out of Zeke the last 3 years, where it's like, okay, it seems like he's getting slower. It seems like he's running into like a pile of sand. Shout out to Skip Bayless. Um, where it's like,
Oh
damn,
God.
so I just need you. I need you to make somebody miss, and you can't.
Yeah.
He's a plotter at this point. So it's like, if I'm Philly, okay, if I decide not to draft Bijan Robinson, or even if I bring in Zeke just to be a mentor, and be that goal line back, then cool. Like I did my job. I could still have best of both worlds, having Bijan killing shit with Jalen Hurts, and then it's like, 20 yards and in, Zeke, let's go. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in other skill position news, the Raiders signed two players that were actually not former Patriots for once, in Austin Hooper and OJ Howard. Wow.
oh, okay, not okay. Raiders not trying to be Patriots West. All
Not
right,
quite. Not quite.
not quite. Austin,
Gronk's unavailable.
Austin Hooper, poor guy. I would say ever since he was balling with Matt Ryan and then got buried by Baker Mayfield, he kind of just became forgotten.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to outproduce OJ Howard. I'm sorry. I've been out on that guy. Yeah. So I don't see OJ Howard doing anything really. But Austin Hooper, I would take a close look to that, especially after the Foster Moreau news. Yeah, I hope he
Yeah,
has,
unfortunate, but yeah, there's a
yeah.
huge opportunity for Hooper and Howard actually in light of that. Um, but moving on, I saw a signing. Okay, I like defensive guys. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a fan of Drew Tranquil of the formerly the Chargers. I mean, he's really good. He's really effective. He makes some key
Yep.
plays. I like watching him play. I was kind of curious to see where he would end up because he's been on the market for so long since it started, and he ends up going to the Chiefs, 1 year deal. The rich get richer, man. Must be nice.
Damn.
Must be nice. Outside of
Um
that, go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
And going to Philly, they're doing the usual move of signing absolutely everyone with a pulse and then hoping for the best. They signed Nicholas Morrow, Greedy Williams, Terrell Edmonds as their CJ replacement, and Justin Evans. I mean, it looks
All
nice.
right. We're not going to disrespect Terrell Edmonds like that. I would say,
Yo, but to your point, that's how I saw the news. I was on, I believe, NFL.com or ESPN. They said their CJ Gardner replacement is Terrell Edmonds. I said, oh God.
Terrell Edmonds is good. Well,
Is.
I mean, not as good as his brother, but he's solid. He made plays on the Steelers defense. So I think in that system, as long as they put him into position to succeed, I think he'll be. Oh my gosh, I was about to say successful, but whatever. You know what I meant.
Well, let me ask you guys this: who's your favorite team that's looking good right now in free agency? Who's making the moves that you like and you think they're actually it's gonna translate to improvement next season? All right, I'll lead. The Lions. The Lions look super saucy on paper. They've made the right moves. I think it's going to translate to a huge trajectory next season. Added CJ Gardner Johnson, added Emmanuel Mosley, added the
Yeah.
other pieces they did it along with Cam Sutton and the other pieces they added in the first round of free agency. I think the Lions are going to be a further, once again, the most fun team to watch next year.
Are they roaring to the playoffs? Hey,
I mean, they're roaring to a W on Thanksgiving. I'll say that.
I'll say this, because I don't want to put my Cowboys up there yet, because it's like when it comes to the Cowboys, I don't care about what you do in the regular season at this point. It's like if you could win 2 playoff games, I'll say that that's a success. Anything other than that, it's a failure, always going to be. So, even though I'm excited about the moves, But I'm gonna say Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins with Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard. I mean, like, what's there not to like? It's
retooled their whole defense, even adding Justin Bethel in the second round of free agency.
Exactly. So that'd be my team.
I'm gonna say the Niners. I mean,
yeah, Hargrave. What are you gonna do?
They got the best front four in the business now.
Oh yeah, shit.
More QB insurance. They retain all the good pieces. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, God damn it, Legendarius. You are absolutely right. I forgot all about that because I was in the first round of free agency, and you know how that stuff could get lost sometimes. But yeah, Jonathan Hargraves. Damn, Niners. But
is anyone else on free agency that we're kind of curious about where they're going?
Well, I mean, we still got
Wagner still out there.
Yeah, Wagner's still out there. Odell's still out there. Clowney's still out there. Like, there's
Jadeveon Clowney's still available. Damn,
that's kind of surprising. Oh yeah, even Ngakoue's out there. Yannick Ngakoue's out there too.
Yep.
There's quite a bit of like free agents that are still valuable out there. I mean,
damn, even Frank Clark. Hey, you're right. Actually,
Marcus Peters. That's right. Leonard Floyd. Melvin Ingram.
Adrian Amos? No way. I didn't know he was available. Dallas, what are you doing?
Yeah, so
okay.
Guys, Landry, Julio, Kareem Hunt. Well, I guess
Kareem Hunt. Wow. I thought somebody would pick him up by now.
Oh, that list is old. Mac Hollins just got signed.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most
Falcons.
part. Who's gonna get Eli Apple, bro?
Seriously, the guy with the biggest mouth.
All right, no. We're not gonna call Eli Apple. We're calling him the next coming of primetime, baby. As in daytime television.
Yeah.
I'm saying no, but no. Oh my god, Eli.
Yeah, how do you have the biggest mouth, but you're the worst defender on the team?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I be getting cooked. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And you know, before we wrap, we just gotta real quick talk about March Sadness. So
oh my god, please.
Oh my god, all the number ones are gone. Houston eliminated. Alabama eliminated. Purdue goes.
Was yesterday the worst display of yesterday the worst display of basketball talent? Like, oh my god,
bruh. So yeah, I know I missed last week.
Like what, dude? But like Gonzaga almost blew the bag.
My number one was Houston winning it all, and they did me dirty, man. Kicked dirt in my fucking face.
Me and you both. I also had Houston.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I hate these brackets.
Yeah. I had Bama going deep. Like, come on, bro. We folding the San Diego State?
Dude, exactly. And it's so funny because I had San Diego going so deep, but I had them losing to Alabama. And I was like, wow, there was no reason for me to pick Alabama. I could have just went with San Diego right there. There was no reason for me to do that.
Yeah.
And then
oh my god.
Duke got punked last week. And I also just got to say, man, Gonzaga, whew. I picked Gonzaga to make it to the Final Four. They might win it all. That Gonzaga UCLA game was popcorn. And
yeah, that game was very,
that game was fire.
Electric.
Drew Timme, he ain't gonna be shit in the NBA, but boy, he's a problem in college.
Right?
Such a Drew Timme fan. Really... Oh my god, watching him come up was fantastic. That handlebar mustache is very aggressive. I love it. It's great, man. He kills it in the post.
Bro, he literally like. Oh, all right. This is a little flashback. So old school Carmelo. This is when Carmelo's on the Knicks. There was one time they called a timeout. You know, game's on the line. Coach is drawing up a play. This is how it ends. Carmelo's like, yeah, just give me the fucking ball. Like, we don't need the play. I don't care what play you drawing up. Give me the ball. That's what Drew Timme said down the stretch. He's like, we down, bro. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. It's going in the basket. That man literally put the team on his back.
Yeah.
If I'm Timme, you have to. He's been with so many teams that were so close to capturing that thing. Yeah, at a certain point, it's just like actually, fuck this. I lived this before. I'm in control. I'm what's happening. I'm making this bucket. Let's go.
Yeah.
And let that be a lesson to every single young athlete. Hey, sometimes you just got to take destiny in your own hands. So,
hey, and there's a big game tonight, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this:
say it.
whoever wins this game is winning the national championship. Gonzaga versus
what's the
UConn.
game?
Gonzaga versus UConn. Whoever wins that game is winning the chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because UConn has been running through teams. Literally
correct.
running through teams. They have not been pressed one time this tournament.
Right.
That is a true statement for sure. I don't even think any one of them broke a sweat. I don't think so. I think they're just making it look very, very easy right now.
Yeah,
they make that shit look like a scrimmage sometimes. Because
every win by double digits. Like can
blowing people out.
Can we get some comp? We ready, baby. So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a good game tonight. I know ain't nobody pick any of these teams to win the chip, so don't act like because people were trying to come from my head when I was putting these picks. Because there was a day I went 1-5. It was a rough day. People were, look at you don't know shit. I've been cooking. Like, come on, bruh. Can't get them.
Right.
Can't win them all. But I've been cooking. My daily locks undefeated. Just
undefeated.
Undefeated. Warriors -5. Told you. Thunder told you. Heat told you. So you know what you got to do for all my
keep listening.
You got to keep listening. You got to follow. You got to like. You got to subscribe. TikTok, Instagram. You got to rate us 5 stars. Keep listening.
Y'all missing out on some free W's. You got to get on that TikTok.
Not even free W's. You missing out on free money. Because
cash money.
Legendarius is the guy to listen to for your sports bets. So remember, keep listening.
And I ain't even charging y'all a percentage yet. It's coming though.
Look how nice that is. That's called charity, folks. Charity.
Yes, sir.
Charity. Just giving money away.
Yes, sir. But like I said, like, subscribe. We gonna be back here next week. And Lakers are back!
Hey.
There's a fucking stop button.